Hello, my crafty friends. Thank you for joining me. I see Charlene, you're here. I know a lot of you are finishing up watching Lynn over on LV Handcrafted. She's doing that wonderful little mini album. So I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as you come in. I just wanted to make sure you can hear me. Charlene, can you hear me? Hopefully you can. And I think I got it so that the camera's not backwards this time like it was last week. All right, great. So today what I decided to do was play with this bonus printable that I got from Kendra of Kendra's Card Challenges. She gives these bonus printables to her patrons. So depending what level patron you are is the different bonuses that you'll get. So I got this one, and this one was all black and white. And what I did was, hi Shanna. What I did was send this out to be printed at our local FedEx Kinko's so that it got printed on a laser printer, thinking, oh, great, I can hot foil these. But I don't have any hot foil. So I'm going to order some. I haven't gotten around to it, but I will get there. Hi, T. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Pam. Hi, Maria. Lori. Hi, Lynn. Did I miss anyone? Adelaide. So glad you're all here. Thank you for joining me. So, as I was mentioning, I don't have the toner sheets for this. So I thought, well, I still want to play with these beautiful papers and images. So I'm going to do just that. I am going to play with them using them as is and maybe adding some spots of color. So I went ahead and um, I'm sorry, the papers out. And then I used my scan and cut for most of these to cut out the different sentiments. And then for these little banners, I just cut those out with my paper trimmer. So I have all of these cut out. I can color these or leave them black and white. We'll see what I do as I put my cards together. Now, I'm not going to use Kendra's card challenge today. I'm going to use her bonus printable though, but I'm just going to kind of make my cards on the fly. But I wanted to show you something that I got. Excuse me. My sister got these from my brother, I think. And somebody was going to throw these away. And what these are, this one's just like a whiteboard. So it's perfect for doing ink blending or ink smooshing. And that way I don't get my work surface dirty. But this one is a magnetic dry erase board. So, oh, let me find a magnet in my mess. So, see, we got a magnet there. So I can use this as a magnetic board. So he gave her quite a few. So I grabbed 4 so that if I lay them all side by side and I put 4 here, I'll kind of have my own, um, not exactly a glass board, but my own little magnetic board that I can use. So I'm excited to have that. Super cool, right? See, my brother, he thinks about me and my sister all the time. He sees stuff that we could use. She sews a lot. She does a lot of quilting, and she's a preschool teacher who is going to be retiring this year. So we're already making plans on what we can do during the day. You know, we can go and go swimming, go for hikes, go craft shopping for different crafts. And so we're excited to do that. She is a year and a half younger than I am. And so we're excited to get to do all of that crafty fun. So let me show you the papers that I cut. Now, when you print these, they're a little bit bigger than 6x6, which I think is great. It gives me some wiggle room. But let me show them to you before I start cutting them apart. And see, this one is like mostly white. And so I could do some spotlight coloring there. Let me show these to you. And see, aren't these pretty? I mean, Kendra is so creative and she gives us so many fun things to play with, including her card sketches. And then this one was the full sheet and it had all four together, but I cut them apart. But also, when I was thinking about doing my card making today, I remembered that Kendra also has another challenge that she does. She started doing these a few months ago and is the color palette challenge. And so for April, the color palette is card number 187. And this is from the color cubes. Let me grab my cubes and show them to you. Hold on one second. I have kind of a mess in my craft room, but that's not unusual. I do clean up when I'm done usually. So here's box one, and it's a nice size box. And so this one has cards 1 through 250. And then box number two, here's number two. This one has 251 through, I think it's 500. Yeah. And so I bought both boxes, and then I also bought the digital, they're like guides, booklets that go with them. So you can use that as well. And so, anyway, when I remembered she does this color challenge, I thought, since these are black and white, I can probably use maybe one of the ones with more white on it. Let me see another one, maybe this floral one, and use some of these colors. So I have some colored pencils. I have some ink cubes. Let me show you my ink cubes. Let's take a look. Hi, Don. I just saw. Hi, Meg, Maria. If I didn't say hi already, I apologize. So I have the mini ink cubes in this empty Ferrero Rocher chocolate box. And I don't even like these candies. I know. I love chocolate, but the hazelnut doesn't do it for me. But come Christmas time, these are selling like wildfire. And one of my nieces knows that I use these, and so she saves them for me. And so I have a few of these for my distress cubes. I have the distress inks and cubes. I have these. I have a few others. So I save these and then I just stack them up in my shelf, and that way I have the inks that I need. So those are my ink cubes. And then my colored pencils. Oh, let me grab these. I have this case. And I had them in the original box they came in for a really long time. But I decided I wanted them in a different storage case. So I put them in here. And this way I can just pull them out as I need them and put them back in. So let's see, how should I approach our first card? You know what I'm going to do with our first card? I'm going to use one of these and do some ink blending. So we'll do a fairly quick and easy card. All right, Lynn, if I get some, I'll send them your way. I like most chocolate. That's just one that I don't like. And then I have different blending brushes for different inks. So these are specifically for my positively saturated inks. I have different ones for my oxides, different ones for my Gina K inks, and then different ones for my distress inks. So I have 4 different sets of ink blending brushes. And I don't think that's overkill, even though my kids say that's a bit much, Mom. I don't think it is. hold on, I'm looking at the taffy. Okay, let's take a look. Taffy. Thanks. Because I was going to kind of just go through here and try and figure out which ones work best. Looks like ocean works. And then um, look for a purplish. Why you need coffee, Charlene? Yeah, kids know nothing. Even if they're adults, they know nothing. Let's see. I think that one's too green. I have another set of greens here. Maybe Lucky. I think that one will work. And then for this one, hmm. All right, let's see if those work. I'm going to make those the inks that I use for this color challenge. Yeah, it's kind of throwing me that grass green. Charlene, I forget words all the time. And I don't drink coffee, so I'm kind of out of luck if I forget my words. I think Lynn and I had a conversation before about I don't like coffee. I don't eat seafood. Um, I'm kind of a weirdo. Oh, are we talking about food already? Ooh, raspberry ice cream covered in chocolate. Oh, Meg, that sounds delicious. I love raspberry. All right, let me scroll up. I don't know how you do it, Lynn, to keep up with the chat if you're trying to craft. I know I started the food conversation. It's all my fault. I tell my kids, I know everything's my fault. It's all my fault. Okay, so I wanted a little bit of color to this. So I may not use all the colors on this one, but I think I might go with um, these three, maybe. Yeah, let's start with our purple. So I know I've mentioned to some of my crafty friends that I am, sorry, I'm reading the comments. Making up words is fun. It is. It really is. I'm trying to figure out. I want to see if I can show. Oh, look, I figured out how to show your comments. See, you learn something new every day. So, um, I squirreled again. Oh, I shared with some of my crafty friends that I am actually going to have surgery this week. So I'm going to be a bit out of commission for a day or two. It is outpatient surgery. The doctor says I'll probably be in bed for the first day or two, but I should be able to get up and walk around after that. So hopefully she's not wrong. Do the blue next. Oh, thank you, Brenda. It's gallbladder surgery. I'm not too worried about it. Apparently, it is one of the most uh, routine surgeries, most often done surgeries. So hopefully, it does all stay routine. That is my hope. Ooh, that's pretty. See, so I didn't have the foils to play with, but I mean, these papers are just too pretty to let sit there until my foils arrive because I haven't even ordered them yet. That's what I'll do when I'm in bed on Thursday afternoon, because my surgery's first thing in the morning, I'll start looking up things I need to buy and I need to order. How about that? Is that a good use of my time? I think it is. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Shanna. All right, let's keep on blending. See, and because that black is that it's printed on that laser printer, it just it looks so pretty when you ink blend over it. And a little bit more purple. All right, now put those aside and I'll clean up my little mess here. I always have, and I'm sorry for reaching over, spray bottle of cleaner, of alcohol, and of water. I have 3 different spray bottles so that I can clean up. Oh, I grabbed the wrong spray. I meant to grab my alcohol for this ink. See, and the alcohol cleans it right up. Perfect. And even if it didn't clean it right up, that's what this mat is for. It's I can get that one dirty and not worry about my work surface. So I'm not too worried about that. Now, I just cleaned up, but I'm always second guessing myself on my cards. Okay, so I'm gonna make this one a real quick and easy one. So let me grab my. No, I don't have deco foil. I could have sworn I had some toner foil in my stash somewhere, but it may have been one of the things I destashed last year when I was cleaning out my craft room. I've gotten rid of things that I don't use that often because I want crafty things to be used. They're meant to be used, not meant to be sitting in my craft room just waiting. So I think I only had a couple and I got rid of those. Okay, so see, does it look good on the white card base or on the black card? Ooh, what do you think? I don't know. Maybe the bottom here gets lost on the black. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm going to kind of wipe off any excess I have here. All right. All right. So white or black card base? What do you think? Black, black. All right. Black card base it is. And I actually made sure I had tape in my tape runner. And I need to order more. I think I'm down to about 6 rolls. So I definitely need to order more. That does look pretty. All right, now let's go through all of our little sentiments, cut aparts. I could pop up a butterfly here. And by the way, I am going to go back and cut these smaller ones out too. I didn't want to cut it apart before I showed you that page. So I'll go back and cut those out too. No, I didn't, Charlene, I didn't fussy cut. I used my scanning cut for most of these. There were a couple that the scanning cut, and my scanning cut's old, weren't reading, and I had to use some circle dies on, which was not a big deal. Then these strips, I just used my paper trimmer and trim them out and my scissors to cut the little ends. But for the most part, like for the butterflies, I did use my brother's scan and cut. Each time I use it, I remind myself, okay, that is making my per use cost just a little bit less from when I first bought it. For these to get them printed in, I paid, oh, I'm trying to remember. Let me go look, see if I can see it. Because I think I'm gonna get the next bonus printable printed there only because, home printers just they're just not the same unless you happen to have a laser printer at home, and I don't. I have an inkjet. Inkjet? Yeah. Let me look up my order. I think it was something like $4 and change, but this is all black and white, so, of course, that was cheaper. I'm sure color will be, um, more expensive. In fact, sorry, I'm trying to find my orders. Um, doo-doo-doo. No, I'm not gonna find them right now. But I think it was less than $5. So it was worth it. I was on 80-pound cardstock, and because it's black and white, it was worth it. I did go in to see if I could print a previous bonus printable that was color, and that one was more on 80-pound cardstock for that one. I think was $20. So that's not worth it to me. That the color ones I'll just print on my printer here at home. Um, unless I want something specific, maybe just one page. But the black and white was definitely worth it. Okay, see how easily I squirrel, how easily I get distracted? Meg, you love to fussy cut? Ugh, I I'd rather not fussy cut, although my son-in-law did get me for Christmas these wonderful cutter bee scissors, and these make fussy cutting a lot easier for me, I found. I guess the scissors do help. Mm, to be a happy birthday. I'm still trying to decide. Let's party. What do you think? Okay, let me see. We can also put maybe just this banner down here. I know it kind of gets lost in the black, but what do you think if I put that? Or should I do something like that white circle? Let's party or happy birthday. See, that's me too, Charlene. Every little imperfection. I am my own worst critic. I have always been my own worst critic. And I know that about myself, and I'm trying to be better about letting things go, Charlene. And I am. I'm a lot better now than I was in my 20s and 30s. I was horrible on myself. But still, I still find myself um, struggling. Maybe up here, you're the best. What do you think? The black strip or one of the white circles? Which one should I use? On the black, right? I kind of like that. Oh, Meg, I have a finger blade too. I mean, I have all the goodies. Well, most of the goodies. So, I'm really lucky. My husband, sometimes I'll say, for example, when I bought the Empress, I was toying with the idea of buying it, and then I thought, "Oh, I don't wanna spend that much money." And, he just tells me, "If you want it, just buy it. Just buy it. That's what you like. That's what you want. Just do it." So, he's a good man. I'll keep him. Alright, I'm gonna do the black sentiment there, but I am gonna trim the little, um, flag off that end and just have it stay there in black. It'll kind of fade into the black of the card. I'm trying not to toss my things just on the floor because I just vacuumed my room yesterday. I have this little trash can that I keep on my desk, and that's what I try and throw my trash away in. You get attitude. Oh, I still get attitude when packages come in because for the little purchases, I don't ask or not ask, but I don't let them know. And I'll just get little packages, and there'll be days where I'll get 3 or 4 days in a row of a package. And sometimes it's not even things I've ordered. They could be things from design teams I'm on. And so he just looks at me and shakes his head. And I just give him a nice little smile and tell him, thank you. Oh, this little one? Um, this is the mini trimmer. What did I do with it now? Put it away. This is the Tim Holtz Tonic Studio Mini one. I don't know how big it is. I would have to get my ruler. Let me grab that. And this is 8.5 long and about 4.5 wide. But your registration marks here go up to 3.5 this way and go down to 6.25. But I like it for like trimming down these small sentiment strips. It's really helpful not to have to bring out the larger one. I know it would be great if it went to at least 4.25 so that you could do the width of a card base. All right, now, next question. Do I pop this up on foam tape or do I just lay it flat? Ready, set, go. Let me know. Oh, I'm sorry you had to stop pet sitting because of medical reasons, but you know what? Retirement is the best. I love it. Oh, yeah. Saving fun money for stamp timber. Pop it up, foam tape, foam tape. I'm a poet? Why am I a poet? What did I say? I don't know. All right, let me pop it up. And then you know what I need to do as well, because this is printed on white cardstock. So where I cut it, I'm sure you can see the white. So I'm gonna see if I can grab my black marker and just go around the edges. Black marker, where would you be? Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading the comments again. If I get quiet, that's what I'm doing. So I just kind of go over the edges so you don't see the white. I don't remember who I learned that from, on which YouTube channel. I've picked up so many wonderful tips and tricks from so many wonderful crafters. I got to tell you, this community is the best. Now I need to put white on the inside of that. And guys, believe it or not, I think I'm out of white cardstock. Or I have it stashed away so good that I don't know where it's at. But I have these scraps here, so I'm going to cut these down. Because whenever I use a flat card base, I put some white cardstock on the inside just to make it easier to write with your message. And I could use a white gel pen, but I don't. Ah, printer paper, genius. I'll have to do that next time. I had this like pre-cut piece of paper that came in a package of stuff my brother gave me. Like I say, my brother and sister, they look out for me if they see something that they think, oh, Yvette can use this for her crafty goodies. They'll grab it and pick it up for me. All right. What do you think? That one's quick and easy. See? And even though I didn't have the hot foil, Maria, gonna go get a micro trimmer, huh? All righty. Oh, thank you guys. Okay, so let's do another card. I'm gonna stay on here for about an hour today. My husband usually gets home from work around 3:30 or 4, depending how busy work is for him. So let's trim this one down. And I think this one, I'm going to trim down. This is going to be my, let me think. I'm thinking. All right, let's do 5 1/4 here by 4. That's full panel, and I'll save these. Waste not, want not. And let's do some, what do you think? Some more ink blending? I think, oh, I'm sorry for shaking everything, guys. I think the ink blending is much faster. What do you think? Although I could bring in colored pencils. No, I'm going to do ink blending. And this time I am going to use all 5 colors so that I can use this as my submission. So let me grab here and see, I still have some ink there. So I think I'm just going to kind of go random here, how I add color to this. That way I don't have to think too much. I think I need more of the purple on my brush. There we go. Oh, that's so bright. Oof, I think I put too much. What do you think? I speak in Pacific time zone. I do. That is my language. I forget not everybody is in this time zone. I have to remember that. But um, I love being in San Diego. The weather is absolutely amazing here. I cannot complain. Although we've been saying this rainy season has been a bit much for us because we're not used to a lot of rain. We actually had quite a bit of rain damage. Charlene, we actually had quite a bit of rain damage a few months ago. We had some flooding in areas of San Diego that um, severely affected several people, my sister included. She was parked at work. Like I said, she's a preschool teacher, and she's at a school site that has had problems for years with flooding. And it was bad. Her car, the water level got up to the midway point of her windows. And so her car was a total loss. And her car was relatively new, had less than 15,000 miles on it, and it was a total loss. But I think, I tell her we were blessed because she was blessed because at least her insurance covered it. There were some people who, for example, some homeowners insurance were not covering it because they said it was an act of God and therefore was not covered under their insurance. So there are a lot of people in San Diego County who are still dealing with the aftermaths of those little floods. Oh, look how pretty that turned out. What do you think? I'm going to wipe it off just a bit, see if I can get some of that color toned down. And I know color dries back with dye inks, but still, I'm going to try and tone it down just a bit. But anyway, she was able to, she got lucky and her insurance company did pay out for the total loss of the car. Um, and she was able to get herself a new car, which she is now enjoying. But the last thing she wanted to do was have to have a car payment. So luckily, the payout was good enough with the insurance, and she had enough saved that um, she doesn't have a car payment because she is going to retire. So, hi, Kendra. How are you? So, anyway, she has her new car. She's good to go. Okay, now are those really the colors? Let's take a look. I guess they are, but they're a little dark. Let me try something else. I mean, I like them, but they seem a little dark. So what if I go with a very light hand? Actually, let me do it on this other piece with a very, very light hand. I think that might be better. See, I'm always second guessing myself, always my worst critic. All right, kind of just random all over our card here. Not adding more ink, just going with what's on here. I think that looks better, the lighter color. I mean, the dark doesn't look horrible, but I think the lighter color looks a little bit better. We'll see what I use. See, those are so pretty. You like the first one better? Here, take a look. Here's the lighter colors, and then here's the more vibrant. Which one do you like? One on the left or the one on the right? Let me think. Let me clean that up real quick. Left or right? And then that will go on a black card base. The right? Okay. See? I'm so glad you guys are here. I think this one might look better on a white card base though. Let's try. Or let's see, I have a gray card base, white card base, and the black. Let's see where it looks best. So, and I think, let's take a look at what I might use. I think this might be great for Mother's Day for my mom. Oh, that's pretty. And I think that would have to be on the white card base, right? Bye, Charlene. Thanks for being here. Okay, and then there's on the gray. Hmm, I think the white card base for this one. Yeah, I think the white card base. Let's do that. And what did I do with my tape runner? But I know if you missed at the beginning, these were printed with a laser printer. I sent them out to get printed. And I did that so that I could use the toner foil and foil over them. And when I checked my stash, lo and behold, no toner foil. So I'm going to order some so that I can use it with some of these papers that I still have. I want to do that. Do you guys have any suggestions or recommendations for the best toner foil? Oh, I know, T. I forgot. I am almost at 2,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm so excited. That's taken me so long, it seems like. But you know, when I started doing this, I didn't do it to get the subscribers or for any of that. I did it um, because I wanted to be able to have some fun crafting and kind of connect with other crafters. I think that's important. I I am retired now, and I miss my colleagues at work. I miss the day-to-day camaraderie, but I get that with my YouTube crafty friends. They are you are also supportive. Oh, look, I am. I'm at 1,999 subscribers. One more to go. One more. The cheer foil from Pink and Maine, Kendra. Okay, I'm gonna take a look and get some of that. All right. So there's two cards. One, two. Not bad. All right. Let's work on another one. Let's see which ones I use. Hmm, 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 hmm. I think I might use this one. And I think I might bring in my colored pencils for that one. Maybe. Wait, wait, wait. Let me think. Let me think about something. Hmm. Yeah, Don, the connections are the best. I couldn't have even begun to imagine how welcoming and how helpful complete strangers. Because if you think about it, when you start doing something like crafting online and joining Facebook communities and YouTube, you don't, you're all strangers, but it's amazing how quickly we connect with each other and how quickly we find common ground. And like I said, everybody has been so so supportive and so helpful. If I have a question about, for example, live streaming, I know I can reach out to my crafty friends and you guys will all help me. Sorry, Lynn. Okay, how about I do this? How about I start this card and don't finish it? Will that make you happy? Lynn Lynn does so many wonderful crafty live streams. I've been lucky enough to be on her crafting live streams, and she does such a good job of keeping up with the chat and the comments and answering everyone's questions. But it's hard for her to finish a card because she is watching the chat so much. But, I think that's okay. Okay, that goes with that. And then, oh, this book, it's a PDF file that you get. You can buy it when you buy the color cubes. It has spaces for you to put what colors you use to match these. So, for example, and I don't have it printed. I was going to have it printed, but it'll have the color cube image on the top part of the page, and then in the bottom it has blank lines for you to write in what you used. So I could write that I used ocean and amethyst and taffy and lucky and again for my positively saturated inks to go with these colors. Or I could write in my Prismacolor pencils that I use, aquamarine for this um, turquoise. And then for blush, let's see if I can find a blush in here. Um, maybe not. Let's see. Blush, blush, blush. Well, I see this one. That should work. So this is mulberry, and then this might work. This is hot pink. And let me get to my greens. See what I have. Um, maybe not the best at color matching. That's why I got these color cubes. This one is true green. And then this is the one I'm struggling with the most. Ooh, that looks close. Parrot green. Okay, so those are the Prismacolors I'm going to use. Oh, that's so sweet, Lynn. Yeah, I mean, I could craft by myself. This week is awesome. I've recorded so many videos, and it's because the house is empty. My daughter and my son-in-law and my two grandkids that live with us um, are off for a week. They're out of town. And so it's so quiet in the house. Not that I mind having them here. I love having them here. I love coming home and my grandson says, "Grandma, where were you?" And, "Grandma, I missed you." Um, so it's fun to have them here, but it's also so nice to be able to craft without him climbing on my lap and saying, "Let me make a card, Grandma," because that's what he likes to do. He likes to craft with his grandma. All right. Um, and I'm going to try not to race through my coloring. Ugh. All right, let's see. Yeah, my grandbabies are the best. I have been so lucky. I have them all within, I think the ones that live furthest from me are a 10-minute drive. So I'm really lucky. And, they are wonderful grandchildren. They're so loving and they're great with each other. If the older three, they're teenagers, they're 17, uh, one is 17, the other one's about to be 17, and then the other one is 16. But they like to hang out with each other and they are more like sisters than cousins, which I think is great. And they're all like that. They miss each other if they don't get to see each other, for more than a month. If they go a month without seeing each other, that is an eternity to them. They just can't. They have to be with each other. Like I said, I love that about them. And my oldest, I don't know if I shared, but she's graduating high school this year. My beautiful, beautiful Bella. She was a preemie when she was born. She was all of 2.5 pounds. And we're very lucky to have her in our lives. She is so loving and she is such a good girl. But she recently got her license a few weeks ago, I think. And she's so funny. She says, because I drove her to take her test, I met her dad there. And she tells me, "Hey, Grandma, if I get my license, or not if, when I get my license, I'll drive you everywhere you used to drive me to get manicures, to the movies, to eat lunch. I'll take you, Grandma." And I thought, oh, that's so sweet of you, my love. Thank you. And then I told my husband, oh, guess what she said? And he said, oh, yeah, but you're still going to pay for everything. She's just going to drive you. I said, okay, way to take the sweetness out of that. But um, they're good. They're good girls, and they're very loving and giving and kind to each other, to everyone. Isn't that amazing, Kendra? So my husband has a cousin who was a preemie as well, and she's super tall, and you would never know that when she was born she was a preemie. And then our granddaughter, of course, was a preemie, and she's on the shorter side, but that's because her mom's kind of short. But we don't mind. But you wouldn't know she was a preemie. She is just flourishing. And she had actually had to have surgery when she was still in the NICU. Um, and at the time, I'll never forget it. My son was in boot camp, and he is a Marine, and um, we had to call the Red Cross to see if he could come out for the day of her surgery because they weren't sure she was going to survive. She was so tiny. And so, sure enough, I called the Red Cross. They were amazing. They got a message to his commanding officer, and fortunately for us, he was here at in San Diego at MCRD for his boot camp. So we are a military town, so we were able to just stop by and pick him up and take him with us to the hospital for her surgery. He was allowed to be with her for her surgery, and then we just had to take him right back by 6 p.m. that day. I remember they said, make sure you have him back by 6 p.m. And we did. We did. And looking back, oh, my son was just a baby back then. He was so young and having to be so strong for his daughter. But we made it through. She came through that surgery with flying colors. And like I said, blessed. We are so, so blessed. Yeah, that was a rough time, but we made it through. I mean, and my daughters were there to help their brother and support their brother and their niece because she was the first granddaughter, first grandchild. And so I remember driving straight from work every day to pick up her mom because, as I said, my son was at boot camp. Pick up her mom and then um, drive straight to the NICU. And we did that for 3 months straight. And, every day it was just, okay, one more day and she'll come home. One more day and she'll come home. And I remember the day they said, okay, we think she can go home. She just has to pass the car seat test, which they put him in a car seat and they have to be able to breathe without any issues for, I think it was 30 minutes. And I mean, we were just watching that clock like, oh, let the 30 minutes go quickly, please. And sure enough, those 30 minutes hit and they said, okay, she can go home. Man, we flew out of there like we were breaking out of prison. We were breaking her out and bringing her home. And, she considers grandma's house her home. And I think that's perfect. We love that she thinks this is home. All right. So I'm cutting another full panel here at 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, she was born at um 26 weeks, 3 days. So she wasn't due till February. She was born in November. And we actually got to bring her home in February. That's when she got to come home. So we we were lucky and very, very proud of her. She's an amazing young lady. Amazing. And she has such a good heart. All my grandkids are amazing. All of them. They range in age from, like I said, the oldest, she is 17. She'll be 18 this year in a few months. And then the youngest is 7 months old. And they're all wonderful. And I have, let's see, I think it's, oh, I don't remember, girls and boys. Girls and boys. So I have 4 grandsons and 6 granddaughters. So I think one, two, three, yeah. So 10. So my house is a full house come any holiday. Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Father's Day. We all kind of congregate here. Oh yeah, it's hard. And it's hard when you're the mom of a preemie. I was the grandma, so I could come back and forth no problem. I wasn't postpartum. But as the mom of the preemie, I mean, your body's trying to recover and you can't really recover because you're going back and forth to the NICU. Um, but somehow we make it through. Our bodies manage to do what we need to do to take care of our kids. I know my oldest, she wasn't a preemie, but she had a medical issue that kept her in the NICU when she was born. And she was in the NICU for a few weeks, only a few weeks. But yeah, I had to go back and forth. There was no recovering, no postpartum recovery involved because it was taking care of my baby girl, who now has 4 children of her own. I'm going to trim this little bit off over here. I don't like that little edge is showing there. So I'm going to just color in the little diamonds here. using our 5 colors on our color cube card. And believe it or not, this is the first time I'm using the color cubes. I've had them for a few months, um, but I haven't really just gotten down to playing with them, but I am today. All right, let's see. Let's do more pink here. Yeah, we do it as parents. We just do what we got to do, and we make it work. All right, have I? Oh my goodness, we're at an hour already. All right, Lynn, do you want me to finish this card, or do you want me to leave it unfinished and end our live stream? Let me know, friend. I think I'm going to trim that piece off too. Make it a little bit smaller. Hmm. Let me go back and look at the chat. I know I've missed a lot. All right, I think I'm caught up. Your channel, your rules. All right, I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer, at least until I hear my husband walk in. All right, and this one, what do you think? On a black card base? I think so. Although, hold on. I could put a layer behind there. Let me see. Hmm. I'm going to finish this card and then we'll finish. We'll end today's stream. And I just want to say, I got to say, thank you to all of you for being here, for your constant encouragement. I don't think I could have done this without your encouraging words to do live streams. It's amazing to me how wonderful all my crafty friends are. All right, let me trim this one down just a bit so I can do kind of a matte layer. This is how my brain works. I'm constantly changing my mind. Let's see. Oh, what were you missing, Susan? Was it a die? Was it a stamp? Because I've lost, well, misplaced enough of those. All right, let's see. I don't have a cat to blame, but I do often give credit to my grandson for walking off with my crafty goodies. And he's good. He'll tell me. If I ask him, for example, I have scissors that they're allowed to use in my craft room and scissors that they're not allowed to use. So I have these Santa Claus scissors and they went missing. And of course, I asked him, baby, did you grab Grandma's Santa Claus scissors? And he'll say, "Yes." And I'll say, "Where are they?" And he'll take me right to them. So he knows where he puts things when he takes them. All right. And then where is, here we are. What do you think? I think I might. I did cut this with my scan and cut with a little bit of a border, but I want it to be all black. So a little bit more black here. There we go. Gotta be careful not to go beyond that black line. Uh-oh. I'm always losing things or gluing them to something they don't belong to. Yeah, I think it looks better with a thicker border. What do you think? Tonic has a good sale. What do they have on sale? Ah, hmm. Well, I got to finish it now because I started doing this. So there's no going back. There is no going back. I could have just put this on a black cardstock and added a matte layer, but then that would require getting out an oval die or fussy cutting, and we all know I don't care to fussy cut. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but if I don't, I won't. A chipboard embellishment. Oh, yeah. I was making a card yesterday, and I couldn't find a sentiment I had stamped for the life of me. I just couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. And my grandson's not here to blame him. He didn't grab it. So I started to put all my things away. And as I picked up my whiteboard I was working on, yeah, it was under there. So I try and remember to look under everything, look on the floor, look in the trash, because I have a tendency to kind of brush things off to the side when I'm crafting, and then I don't realize I've brushed them under something or on top of something else. Oh yeah, I think that's better with the thicker black border, but I got some on there now. Where's my eraser? All right. And then let's pop this up on some foam tape. Ah, I don't know how you're doing that, T. Fussy cutting is not my jam. I just don't like it. Could also be because it makes my hands hurt. I had carpal tunnel surgery last June, and I am still trying to recover from that. I don't have full strength back in my hands, and my hands get tired real easy. So that's part of the reason I don't like fussy cutting. And the other part is that I just don't think I'm very good at it. I know practice makes perfect, right? But nah. Oh, so they had some craft kits and dies, huh? Hmm. I might just have to go look. And let's see if we have a sentiment we can add to that. Can add a little happy birthday to that or thank you. Oh, I like that thank you. I think I'll add that. Um, just to this half. And where's my liquid glue? And that'll kind of cover up where I messed up right there too. Aw, I like that. And I got to tell you something, guys. I had someone contact me um, Friday, I think, last Friday. A colleague of my daughter's. They work together, and she's also a subscriber. So hi, Vero. Um, she contacted me wanting to buy some of the cards I had made, and I thought, oh, that's so sweet that somebody likes my cards enough to want to buy them. All right. So let's kind of look at what I made. If you could see my desk right now. Oh, let's clean it up a little bit before I show you the cards. At least put my blending brushes away before I get ink everywhere. All right. Oops. All righty. What do you think? Oh, I think they turned out so pretty. And then here was our color cube that I used. It's card number 187. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Susan and T. Thank you, everybody. You're all so sweet. Oh my goodness. You know, you guys just put me in the best mood. I love it. So the rest of the bonus printables that I have, all the other cut aparts and all my other papers, I am going to order some of that toner foil and I am going to use it at least on a few of these to make some cards because these are just so pretty. So I'm going to order those. I'll hopefully get to do an order maybe as I'm recovering from surgery. That'll be a good use of my time as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, I want them to be foiled. I've seen so many other people foiling these and they're gorgeous. So, which one's your favorite, guys? Which one of these three is your favorite card before I let you all go? I think I almost want to say my favorite. Hmm, hmm. Oh, thank you, Don. Yeah, I'm torn between the meadow scene and the tulips as my favorite. Now, as far as ease of making it and quickness was definitely the little meadow scene because I just ink blended, put that on the card base, and attached the little sentiment. So that was quick and easy. And that's great. I love it. Oh, thank you, Kendra. I'm glad you liked them. Oh, You guys are all so sweet. All right, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate having all my crafty friends here. You guys make my heart happy. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.